Kia ora koutou. I'm Wikuki Kingi. I've been carving for, near on 50 years plus. I'm part of a group called Whautapu, the Sacred Chisels of Tamaki. And we formed this wonderful workshop here in response to the need to keep our art of carving alive. We use native woods and really try to get a sense of the appreciation of the wood, where they came from, the forest they came from, the whakapapa or the genealogy that the wood has, and align that to our own whakapapa. To respect the wood and to use it in ways that bring it back to life, and then to produce taonga or treasures that can be handed on to future generations is a big aspect of what we're trying to do here. We've opened this workshop up to basically everyone. Both sexes, male and female, can come here and work with the wood and create treasures that are hiding in the wood, but also within themselves. Challenge to find cured native timber, and in the carving world, torted is right up there. Kauri's, basically impossible to get. So I'm having to kind of fish for it around the communities. The best place to find the wood now is in old warehouses and homes that have been recycled. Yeah. So it's kind of like a treasure hunt, really, just trying to get the bare resource. We've had a huge kind of overwhelming response from the community. We call it the rongoa, or the healing qualities that are both imbued in the wood but also in the process. So that takes people to another place. You're engaging the creative side of the brain, and a lot of people do this at the moment, but now they can do something different. The role of the carver is to bring people together. So more support that we can get going forward is going to plant the seeds of growth for this art.
We've done a lot of research, and there is a lot of cabin companies out there, and it is growing, so we needed a good point of difference, and we thought that recycled materials would be that good point of difference. The materials we use are exactly the same materials that are used in a house, but they're probably shorter lengths, or they had a couple of nails sticking out of them. As soon as that happens to a tradie at the moment, it goes in the skip. We don't mind pulling a nail or joining a couple of bits together. What you get with our cabins is a 10-year warranty, which is as good as any new build guarantee. What we're trying to do is add value to the material that comes off building sites to the point where everyone recognises its value and looks after it. So if a house is being built, you get a new house built. The leftover jib board from that is enough to do 7 or 8 cabins, depending on cabin size. We're stopping the landfills being filled up with valuable materials. Doing that one cabin at a time is very fulfilling. We would need to build 1,000 cabins a day to run out of materials. Our cabin out there of 2 tonnes is 1 cabin, and at the moment we are throwing 1,000 of those into the landfill every day. When we look at new build waste, the key is definitely education and giving the tradies options. Currently, the vibe I'm getting is that they don't want to be filling up skips with good material. They do it because there's no option. The future looks good if we give them an option.
So one of the things I've been really keen to try to resolve or find a solution for is short bits of native timber. Native timber is just so special, and it's a resource we're never going to ever get again. They're not going to start chopping down native trees. I have kauri, rimu, cedar, matai in here, and this has been denailed. This here is the end result. Once it's gone through the thicknesser, you see how beautiful the timber is. And it's a real contrast to see why people would look at something like that, especially when it's got nails in it and it's piled in a big messy pile. They sort of see it like that's worthless and they just think it's firewood. But when you see it like this, you start to see its real value. I make it into strips like this, and the whole plan is to start gluing these together so I have a laminated timber bench. This here is the end product. So this is a 600 wide bench, and you can see there that, yeah, it looks pretty spanking, I reckon.
We do have this issue where we have people wanting access to this beautiful old timbers, and the problem is getting it to them. And so we have a supply issue. There's plenty of demand for material. We have an issue with distribution and trying to get the material out there. We're luckily in Auckland because we have a resource recovery network that's emerging and getting stronger and stronger by the day. And we've now got 9 community recycling centres, and they're a great avenue to get the material out. And that's only going to get better as the plan is to have 21 of those facilities, plus all the other sites in Auckland. So if people can get easy access to this stuff, then there's the demand for it. The trick is getting it to them.